Hometown Toronto rapper, Drake, was in attendance at Elimination Chamber but was never acknowledged on screen or on commentary. That explains why Logan Paul wrote OVO on the chamber cell. Do you know how crazy it is WWE of all companies wouldn't show him on screen? They showed like 5 different celebrities in the crowd, and didn't show him. Drake prefers developmental talent. This is my attempt at a book-accurate Snape towards the end of the series. Too attractive for Snape but nice picture. I think this looks more like Sirius Black. Too handsome to be Snape. Now that the Acolyte is over, it's nuts to look back at the original grand plan. I wish Kenobi was a movie like they originally planned. Reads like a hit list now LOL. Crazy how Ender had the least hype. TBF, that entire investor day was Disney telling every division to show as much as possible, and they therefore all showed stuff that normally would not have been shown to the public at all. Because project ideas get quietly shut down all the time, without the public knowing about it. Rogue Squadron is the one I'm most sad about. Ron being affected by the Horcrux is one of his most interesting moments in the series. Because it reminds you of the One Ring? I still don't get why they felt they needed to wear that thing around the neck. Put it in the handbag. Harry's neck pouch. A fucking trousers pocket? If Hermine had quit Transfiguration one day sooner in Prisoner of Azkaban, she would not have fallen asleep and missed Charms class the day they learned the cheering charm. She would have been able to use it to keep the team together. Ron wouldn't have left, and who knows what would have happened. Hayden Christensen opens up on the massive impact being welcomed back into the Star Wars franchise and AMP fandom is. I said it before and I'll say it again. After how he got dragged the first time around, give this man whatever project in SW he wants. He seems a genuinely good person who deserves any good we can send his way. Met Hayden at a convention about a month ago. He seemed kind of tired. There were hundreds of people in line for him to sign stuff/get pictures, but even the few kind comments he got from me and others around me seemed like they genuinely made him happy. I hope that was how everyone treated him. This scene was pretty damn cool in a theater. I still don't really understand Snoke's purpose. Was he just a failed Palpatine clone, and if so, why was he super tall and also running everything? Did Kylo Ren know who he really was, and did Snoke know what his purpose was? Cause it just seemed like he sat there, said a few mean things and then died. I wish the third movie had followed up on this and let Kylo Ren be a full-fledged villain. I remember being immediately confused. This is the best scene in all of Star Wars, and anyone who thinks otherwise is absolutely right. The beginning after the end key visual. Sorry, but it looks generic as fuck LMAO. Yup, I've lost all hope for the adaptation seeing the poster. They butchered T-Bait, and it's most likely gonna end up being one of the many generic trashy Ice Guy adaptations. The character design is so different from in the webcomic. Why did it have to be a cat adapting this loudly crying face? The source material is one of my favorite manhwas, but this visual makes it seem like your average Ice Guy trash show. Surely he heard about something, right? Han isn't unaware of the Force as a concept. He very clearly knows what's being referred to, and has an opinion on it. He believes that what people refer to as the Force is a series of parlor tricks, rather than a miraculous supernatural entity. Saying I don't believe in magic does not mean I don't believe in magicians. Most people are just living day to day, keeping their heads down, and surviving. Why would a smuggler from the Outer Rim care about a war on the other side of galaxy? Not like he's ever personally seen a Jedi/Sith. Was it safe for Luke to openly carry his lightsaber in on? I mean, moments later Obi-Wan ignites his in the middle of a crowded bar, so I think it's safe enough to carry a lightsaber, with the public assuming most Jedi are dead and the sabers exist as antique, perhaps even novelty weapons. But considering both Obi-Wan and Luke are actually affiliated with the Jedi and were on the run from the Empire, it was far from wise. Perhaps Luke killed a Jedi and took it from him. By this point the Force and the Jedi have been mostly forgotten, most likely due to Imperial disinformation and media control. 20+ years after Order 66, most stormtroopers have probably never seen a lightsaber before. And in any sci-fi setting people are carrying around innumerable shiny gadgets on their belts. It could just be a droid remote or an old bulky comlink or something. Who's someone that you always forget has played a canon Star Wars character? Keira Knightley and Rose Byrne. Simon Pegg played Unkar Plutt. Not that you'd know. John Ratzenberger as Major Durlin at Echo Base at Hoth. I was glad to see he escaped the Empire's attack and settled at some backwater planet as a dedicated post office employee that drank often at a bar. Daniel Craig, Prince Harry, and Prince William all cameoed as stormtroopers in the sequel trilogy. Shogun star Cosmo Jarvis joins Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey with filming underway in Morocco. That makes sense, he looks like he'd fit in a Nolan movie. And not just because he looks like the newest addition to the Tom Hardy, Logan Marshall Green lineage. Damn, Odysseus so far off course he's reached Japan. Can't wait to see him call Odysseus a milk-dribbling fuck smear. You will never be able to convince me that this shit was written by the same people. The only thing about the end of GOT that made me smile was watching Disney withdraw their offer to D&D after it became clear that they train wrecked the ending so they get it done in a hurry. Bobby B was talking about Bessie. The Seven Kingdoms really just couldn't appreciate Bobby B. D&D were perfectly able to write amazing scenes because the scene between Robert and Cersei did not happen in the books. Neither the Patir or Varys scenes, nor Tywin's introduction. They just lost their passion for the show after season 3, they just wanted to get to the Red Wedding. S4 was still a good season though. Star Wars Eclipse was officially revealed 3 years ago today. I'm not entirely sure this even exists. TBF Quantic Dreams released a trailer for Detroit Become Human like 6 years before its game release. And not a peep since. I feel like the next time we'll hear about it, it will be to announce it's cancelled. Why does nobody ever seem to lose their wand? Bearing in mind they first receive it at 11, this seems a bit unrealistic. Oxio. If I told my mom I lost my wand she could just Oxio it for me. I felt like Oxio is the wizard equivalent to using someone else's phone to call yours when it's missing. What makes you think they don't lose it? Because Hermione or Cedric don't. Harry loses his and it's only luck he finds it. Ron breaks his. As far as we know, some kids may be losing it but Harry just never knows so we, readers, also never know. Like and subscribe.